there, welcome to or welcome back to No Pants Profits. My name is Richard and I'm coming to you today from the worst run cruise ship I've ever been on in my entire life. That's the truth. And I'm wearing a poo hat. It is the worst operationally run cruise ship I've ever seen. And this is a ship that I've been on multiple times before. Now before we get into this, I want to give a couple disclaimers. The first time I sailed on Virgin, I sailed because they had canceled the cruise on me 5 times. I got back 25%. I was a paying customer first. They pretty much refunded my money a whole bunch of times. And then eventually I had enough onboard credit before they ever sailed to get a free cruise. Every time since that, I think this is my 9th or 10th cruise on Virgin. Every time since that, I've sailed on behalf of the casino. And this is a cruise ship that even if I were to get a free cruise, you're looking at this and you're saying they're asking for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for a cruise. Even if I were to get a free cruise, I don't think I'd be back here again without major changes. And I want to take you step by step and talk through what's going on and everything like that, because I think that's very important. If you're out there and you're going, should I spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for this? I want to answer your questions on everything. Now, again, I am a casino comps passenger. I do love the casino. I am a degenerate. I love gambling. I love drinking. I love all those things like that. We're out of the way up front. I don't like kids. But you know what? Virgin says that's a unique selling proposition. Go on Holland America. Go on Princess. Go on some of Norwegian's higher-end ships. Any time of the year that kids are in school, guess what? You're not going to have kids on board. That's the truth. Virgin sells that as a unique selling proposition, but for the price they're asking for, it's not worth it. It's the last thing they have left that's unique. But let's talk about something that is brand new here, and something that we might bring back in a later video, talk about in a later video, because I think there's a great business opportunity here. Like I said, I am a guest of the casino, but there is a new branch of the casino that's not really the casino, which is World Poker Tour at Sea. So I want to start here because it's something new, it's something unique, it's something nobody's heard of. I want to kind of give you a perspective on what's going on. They have cash games as well as tournaments. Later on tonight, I think, go ahead, the camera's at me.
Sorry.
I'm going to grab myself there's a lot of business coming in now. I'm going to grab myself into the $60 cash game that starts at 9 o'clock tonight. Not cash game, that's a tournament that starts at 9 o'clock tonight. But this is the first permanent live dealt poker room at sea, and it's on this ship. It's unfortunate that it's on this ship, to be brutally honest, in the scheme of things. But this is WPT at Sea Poker Room. The dealers here are awesome. I'm not saying anything bad about this room. The dealers here are awesome. Everything kind of set up here is awesome. And it is actually a WPT or World Poker Tour venue. You see they've made a promotion and everything for it. But again, this is not the casino. Just as of note, this is a cashless room. What does that mean? Well, that means you go in and you charge your little magic band. I'm going to call it a magic band. It's an inside joke if you know who really owns a Virgin, which I'm sure we'll get to a bit later on. But you got a little magic band. Charge $100 to this. Let's say you win $100 on the on your band. Yep. Let's say you win $100. They will credit you back. You know, the end of the night when you leave, they'll give you that $100 back plus what you win to your account the next morning. They'll give you a little receipt and everything like that. There is no fee as of this point in time. I wanted to disclose, this is June, who knows, things change, June 2023. So you're just charging it to your onboard account. I'm going to say something in here that I shouldn't say. But, if you get credit card points on travel, like 3%, if you lose money, you're only losing 97% of your money, not 100% of your money, because you're getting that 3% back on travel. I love all the dealers. Am I wrong? No, I'm not. I love all the dealers in here. Everybody's great in here. And I mean, this is the first permanent poker room on a ship. And I see as it grows, I see a lot of things growing, and there's a lot of interest in this cruise. So I'm gonna be back at 9 for the tournament tonight, which they're doing a quickie tournament because quickies are always fun on adults-only cruises. But let's move on. The good. We're gonna talk more good. Then I think we're going to get to the bad and the ugly and, wait, are we deep enough? No, we got 30 more seconds so we can curse. So let's go with more of the good. We'll talk about the theater in a minute, but this is the casino. I love the casino. I'm just going to walk through the casino. Casino, I love, I will tell you, every time except the first time I've been on Virgin, the casino's been the one to invite me on board. You see this right here on the right, though. This is the line that's running through the casino. I consider this to be an extreme fire hazard. This is a show that they do called the Ship Show. It's dinner and a show on 2 of Virgin ships where they have this. it is included. This is on the Scarlet and the Valiant. It is included. On the Resilient, it is an upcharge show, and it's called Another Rose and not the ship show. Here's the thing. This is done on a 4-day cruise 3 times. That's where we're going to start getting into the ugly. 4-day cruise, the ship show is done 3 times. The ship show seats 142 people. So let's just do some quick back of the napkin math. 142 times 3. We're gonna add a lot of fun stuff in to an average. That's about 500 people. Here's the problem. 500 people fit inside for the ship show. Cool, over the cruise. There are 2,450 people on board this cruise. This is a numbers game. When Virgin came out, they had 600-700 people on board. These ships can have 2,700. Next cruise, which starts tomorrow, I'll give you the date, June 18th, 2023, is 2,600 guests on board. If you've ever heard, we can curse now. If you've ever heard of a flustercluck or a clusterfuck, that's what you get here. They are not providing enough capacity for the guests they have on board, and that exists nearly everywhere. The one place, well, the 2 places that still have the vibe, I'm going to get a little closer because we're in the casino, that still have, you know, the vibe that Virgin was going for, the casino's great. They took a bit of money from me, but I had a lot of fun while they took a bit of money from me. So, am I really angry if I had a lot of fun while they took a bit of money from me? No, not really. I'll let you know if you're looking on their app or their website, it does say they have baccarat. They don't have baccarat. If you are invited on as a casino VIP guest, you do also have a beverage package. I know, it's very, very, very confusing. Virgin doesn't have beverage packages unless you're in a super rockstar suite. But if you're invited on as a VIP casino guest, which I think I'm going to do a whole separate video on how you can do that. But if you're invited on as a VIP casino guest, you drink as much as you want in the casino for free. Now, I myself, I'm a VIP casino guest on MSC, on Carnival, on Virgin, on a lot of cruise lines, because you do it on one cruise line, you do it on all the cruise lines, because you can match it with companies like You Are Comped and other things like that. But Virgin says they don't have a drink package. Come on with a casino invite, and guess what? You got a drink package. Drink for free as much as you want in the casino. On Carnival, look, I'm a bigger guy. I'm also wearing a Spider-Man shirt where all the different Spider-Men point at each other and go and blame each other. That's going to come into play in a minute too. But, you know, you do have a beverage package on where I was going. There's, you know, Carnival, you only got 15 drinks a day. If you're drinking in the casino or you're drinking anywhere like that, you got your 15 drinks a day. Here, you don't have a limit. But here's the important thing. If you do not have a beverage package, I do believe that Virgin's marketing is very misleading on the cost of their drinks. Their beers are very fairly priced. Their liquor, I'm not saying the liquor store, I like the liquor store. I'm talking about buying at the liquor store to my right. I don't want the liquor store to get a bad idea. Their liquor is overpriced. Also, if you do order a double, they don't have a button. I shot a video about this before. They don't actually have a button for a double, so they charge you for 2 drinks if you order a double. So you could be paying $25, $30 for a double if you don't know what you're doing here. Now, another unique selling proposition. We showed the casino. They got slots. They got dice. They got roulette. It's 0-0 roulette. 0-0 roulette. So just be aware of that. But they got all that like that. But like I said, the line for the Manor, I want to talk about the Manor. The Manor is like their nightclub. And the line through the Manor for these events goes right through the casino. They're letting in now. Again, this is the Manor set up for the ship show. 142 guests. 142 booked guests can go on the ship show. If you don't have this booked, we've done a video on this already. If you don't have this booked by about 2:30 p.m. on embarkation day, you are not getting in, because they only fit 142 people. Now, they have a show here they do with the Diva. It's a show I've seen many, many times before. Here's the problem. That Diva show has a couple hundred people capacity. Maybe because there's a bit of standing room in that one, which there's not in the ship show, because the ship show is dinner and a show. The ship show's fine. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about operational. The Diva show, fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about operational. But they do that Diva show 2 times in a cruise. I happened to get in the elevator once during my 9 days on board. I've been back to back. This is my 9th day on board. I happened to get in the elevator with the actual cruise director once. I'm not going to tell you what their position is. I'm not going to put them on blast. I'm not going to do anything like that. And I asked them, because what they did is they had a line, just like you saw that line a minute ago, outside. Cool. They had that line. Then they closed the door. They had no one outside the door. Another line of hundreds of people formed. It becomes a fire hazard. The manor, there are so many people on board, and the venues, the public venues are so small, and the events do not happen enough. And we'll talk about the main shows. We'll talk about the theater shows. We're going to talk about everything else like that. You can't have 2,400 people on this ship. It breaks at 1,500 people. Now, some of you are like, hey, Richard's sounding like a record. I watched his old review, and he said it breaks at 1,500 people. Yeah, I've sailed at 17. I've sailed at 19. I've never sailed at 2,400 people. By the end of this video, what are we going to do? We are going to actually be looking at the lines that are at all the restaurants for people to get in. I have talked to multiple people who have had to eat at the buffet because guess what? 2:20 p.m., 2:25 p.m., embarkation day, everything except 10 o'clock reservations for the restaurants sold out. That's a problem. That's a big problem. And it's because they've made these venues much too small. You have so many cabins here. I mean, look, let's go. There's a music group going on right now. Now, this is an event because they still don't have Virgin Voyages, 2.5 years into operation, still does not have a casino loyalty program or a normal loyalty program. So this is a loyalty event going on right now that if you matched your cruise from another cruise line, your status from another cruise line, or if let's just take a look at this event. It's just, the venues are just too small. It's just built far, far too small. So if you match your status from another cruise line, you sailed on Virgin since their 2nd year of operation at least twice, or if you are what's called a sea blazer like me, meaning you sailed in the first 3 or 4 months of operation, they'll match your status, you become a sea blazer, you get on early. If you want to see things on this ship, it is run so operationally poorly that your only choice is to actually pay money for the romance package, for the celebrate package, have your status match or something like that, because if you don't get on until 3 o'clock, everything's sold out. That's it. Now, earlier in the day, the rest of my party, not me, the rest of my party was in a very cool event. It's something I've never seen on any other cruise ship. I used to work on ships and everything like that. In the shops, they had a really cool event that's a whiskey tasting. They did the whiskey tasting. The cool thing is the event winds up costing you 0 money and you get to have some free whiskey. Because you get that back as a credit. So this is in the booty free shop. You get that back as a credit. Now, so you got that back as a credit. You pay, I think it's like $50 a person or $40 a person or $25 a person. I don't even know. I think it was $25 a person. And then you get that $25 back as a credit in the gift shop to buy some alcohol. So it costs you nothing. You get some free alcohol. Highly recommend you do the tasting. I think they do it on the sea days. So if you're on a 4-day cruise, they'll do it 1 time. If you're on a 5-day cruise, they'll do it 2 times because there's 2 sea days, much like horseplay and other things like that. Great value. But when they were in there, they were speaking to someone who has 9 of the 15 mega rockstar suites. And they feel exactly like we are. This ship is entirely too crowded. I want to be honest with you, the crew feel that same way. Now, I have some solutions for that, but we're not going to talk about that in this video. We're going to address that video directly towards the people who are actually in charge. And it's not Richard Branson. It's not Richard Branson. It's not J-Lo. It's none of them. If you think Richard Branson owns Virgin Voyages, you are sadly, sadly mistaken. He's a figurehead, much like Dollywood and, other celebrity-endorsed things, much like a lot of Guy Fieri stuff is really owned by Planet Hollywood in the scheme of things. But let's talk about another unique thing on board. This is Squid Ink. This is the tattoo shop. Yes, it is a unique thing. We talk about unique selling propositions from a business sense. You've got Squid Ink, which is a tattoo parlor. There's only 3 of those on cruise ships anywhere in the world. Ta-da, Squid Ink, tattoo parlor. Ta-da, no kids. Trust me, it's not a problem. Don't sail in the summer. Don't sail during Christmas break. Sail on a cruise line that generally skews older. You're going to pay less. You're going to get your drink package included in. You're going to have a far better experience. Don't waste your damn time. That's the reality. They do also have some areas of the spa that are available here. They have both the spa and the salon. That is run by Steiner Leisure. So the spa and the salon are run by Steiner Leisure. They want to call themselves One World now, but guess what? If you ever worked on cruise ships or you've been on cruise ships before, the joke is there's nothing finer than a Steiner. Keyword is the joke is there's nothing finer than a Steiner. Now we are on deck 6, which will eventually work its way to a dead end. But you got the shops here, and they just had a shop transition from, you were Harding before, and now it's,
No, we're Harding.
Oh, you're Harding now. They were,
We were always Harding and switching to starboard.
oh, switching to starboard. Okay, so you're still Harding now. They haven't done the switch yet. Okay. So it's still Harding in the shops. They're going to be switching to starboard sometime in the future, relatively soon. They did give the crew the option to actually, you know, go over from Harding to starboard. But you'll see, this is still the original gift shop operator, and now you can get the octopuses in the gift shops. So you can get the octopuses in the gift shops. These are the octopuses they used to put in your cabin, and they charge your cabin if you took an octopus. And they do also have a bit of a sundry shop. It's got shampoo, other stuff like that. They used to sell. Let's see if they're still in here. They used to sell sex toys in here. Yep, they do. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, right now we've got a woo-woo cranberry cleanse for your lady. What is that? Cranberry cleanse. Yeah, these are douches. pH balanced and dermatologically formulated. The not owner of Virgin Voyages. Yeah, the sex toys are not here anymore. It's just condoms. But they used to even have a box in your cabin when you came on the ship. That was a pleasure pack. Had some condoms, had a vibrator, had a vibrating cock ring, had lubes and other stuff like that. I'm not making this up. This is what Virgin launched with, and the Karens broke it all. So we also have the restaurants back here. Very interesting, and it takes people a little bit to figure this one out. Deck 6 just kind of ends. Now, why does Deck 6 just kind of end? Well, Deck 6 just kind of ends because the way they built the ship is all the galleys are back here. So if you want to traverse Deck 6, you have to go up or down to traverse those decks. So we want to go up to Deck 7. You know, we've looked from the front of Deck 6. We'll look at the theater when we get up. We look from the front of Deck 6 to the back of Deck 6, and it just kind of ends. So let's go ahead and let us transition from Deck 6 up to Deck 7. We may actually we're definitely going to wind up back on Deck 6 once the restaurant's open, but we're going to take the stairs, which for me, something I don't normally do. I get a lot of stairs with my poo hat, but I don't take the stairs a lot. So let's jump in here. We're just going up to Deck 7. And let's talk about where you get on board. Look, if you don't like loud music in your face nearly 24/7, this is not the cruise line for you. I will tell you, I'm 36 years old. I don't know if I'm just a grumpy old man. I'm too old for this shit. Just loud music, blaring music, and the casino, they keep it under control. Any night but Scarlet Night, there's a bit of loudness when you come on with Scarlet Night. But this right out here is exactly where you get on board. If you're joining Miami or anywhere like that, to get on board the ship, this is where you'll get on board. And you'll see the pool deck is so crowded, the beds are all up, but the pool deck's so busy that people are out here behind on these lower decks. Just kind of saying, not something I've ever seen before. This is where you come on. You're gonna come onto a blaring DJ, you're gonna come on to loud music and stuff like that. Now, most of the people I've talked to on these last 2 sailings are very new to cruising. Virgin is their first cruise. And when I ask them what they like about it, all I hear is no kids and the vibe. Problem is, I don't see people rebooking future cruises. I think they have a problem. Also, they pretend to ask for feedback instead of actually asking for feedback. What do I mean by that? There is no survey. Finished the cruise. I even asked last night. I went to the guest services desk. I was like, so where's the survey? Every other cruise line will give you a survey. I even said I'm going to make this video. I said the contents of this video. Last night I wanted a cheeseburger. When I finished the room service, and when I finished in the casino at 3 o'clock in the morning, I wanted a cheeseburger, not some eggs. All you can get is eggs. We'll get to that later. I called down to guest services. They said, the app doesn't work for room service. You're being told the app is wonderful, use the app. I went down to guest services. They go, it's a problem with your phone. I have 5 phones on board this ship. Did I bring all 5 downstairs? Was that a total problem with all 5 of my phones? I very clearly, I know I'm in the guest logs here, and I wasn't a crazy person. I said, I'm going to make this video. I'm going to say that operationally this is the worst cruise line I've ever been on. Again, we went from the best. You saw 2 years ago when I did my first review of this, it was the best. This is actually where I started doing cruise reviews, was on Virgin, I believe. I could be inherently wrong. This was originally a finance channel. This is where I started doing the cruise reviews. But it's just too many people, and you will see. And then we're also going to talk about inventory, because inventory is another issue. So we're coming in from where you get on board. The lifeboat drill was a mess. Jammed with people, kind of like old style lifeboat drill, not the new style kind of thing that they're doing for lifeboat drills. Also, all the beers they made with Wynwood, the Wynwood Brewing Company collaborations with Virgin and Wynwood Brewing Company, gone. Gone. I mean, here's the beers we're looking at. I don't see a single, oh, there's something there. Hold up. Hold up. This could be interesting. Not something I've seen. Virgin craft beer. Let me take a picture of that. The English style pale ale. But all the unique Virgin Voyages stuff is gone. It's again what made them unique, what made them different, what made them not every other cruise line. They got rid of the sex show with the doctor, and they got rid of the surrounding events that the doctor did. And yeah, cool. You replace it with the ship show. That's something 500 people can see over the cruise. Draft House used to have growlers. You could buy a growler of beer. If you don't bring your own growler, no more growlers. The attention to detail has greatly decreased. Can I get one of the Virgin beers? The ones on the far left? Yeah, all right. Try it right there. I'll try one of them Virgin beers there. Oh, maybe. There we go.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Just open because maybe it's exploded.
That's fine.
Surprise.
Oh, it's been a surprise. That beer's been a surprise. Okay. No explode. There we go.
This is your surprise.
My surprise is I lost half the beer on opening it.
No, it's not a...
I know, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know.
I'm kidding. You have a glass for that? Just so we can...
Yes.
So I don't have sticky hands all over. Because they don't have the Wynwood stuff anymore, do they? This is the closest thing you have to unique, is this one. Is this from the... Oh, this is from Wynwood. Okay. This is a Wynwood Brewing. Ah. I'm going to hold on the can, too, if you don't mind.
No worries.
Thank you.
Want me to wash?
Yeah, if you can wash it, that would be great. So they did get that beer in from Wynwood Brewing. They used to have a beer called Stray the Course. Don't know if that's straight its course.
This one is pale ale.
Actually not a bad beer. I just have to bring it back and show my family members I finally found the Virgin beer again. I'll put it in my back pocket. Thank you very much. So yeah, we've got the Virgin craft beer, limited edition. Trust me, it is. Shh, don't tell anyone I said that. Limited edition, trust me it is, but actually pretty good beer here. Tasted it, not sure what they had. It's in my back pocket now. So I did actually find the Virgin beer. I've been checking and checking and checking and checking and checking, and everybody says, no, it's not there. No, it's not there. Ice cream shop. I've not even had any ice cream in 9 days, but we'll see. Yeah, not had ice cream in 9 days. I had some pizza late one night. I'm a late night omelet guy though. Omelet and burgers. So you got the pizza place which they do have pizza boxes that are available to go and everything like that. But if you come here after dinner or you come here at dinner time, when nobody can get into any of the restaurants, and trust me, I started this video at a very smart time. I started this video when I started this video so I can show you what dinner time is going to look like in front of the restaurants. I ain't stupid. But Pizza Place is quiet right now. It is right now. I think time is relevant. It's a Saturday, but it doesn't mean anything. It's right now turning about 6 p.m. That's when the fun starts. But here's the Pizza Place. Pizza Place right here. They've got, what are these? Wines. Stuff like that. Seems like the only place that has that virgin beer is the brewery right there. Very limited in their toppings choices, but you can get kind of creative here. I still think on cruise ships, it's a tie. It's tight between MSC and Carnival has the best pizza. Yeah, do they have it packaged to go in nice boxes and stuff like that? No. But MSC and Carnival have the best pizza. If you're going on any ship other than Celebration or Mardi Gras, I would say MSC has the best pizza. But if you're going on Celebration or Mardi Gras, I would say Carnival has the best pizza. Virgin's Pizza is a close third of the ones I've tried. Now, we're going back on deck 7 towards the set, well, not on this ship, but on the Valiant Lady, the set of the Bachelorette. You do have a coffee bar, which is an upcharge coffee bar. Drip coffee is included and stuff like that, and we'll talk about the limitations on that in a little bit. But you do have an upcharge coffee bar. Now, like we said, there is no loyalty program, and through the rest of 2023, instead of a loyalty program, they are doing a $10 coffee credit, and you get the faster Wi-Fi, and you get the party, and you can get on before 2. I mean, get on before 3:30 where you have the actual events. But what we're about to do is we're about to walk through the ship, and you're going to see just how crowded everything is. These venues were built much too small. You might think I'm crazy, but you know what? I have the numbers to back up what I'm saying. I have photos to back up what I'm saying. I may still be crazy. I mean, I know I'm crazy, but this is the only part of the 3 ships that's different. They have like some gold, not gold, they have some silver bubbles. On the Valiant, they have this breathe, live, laugh, love. On the Scarlet, and on the Resilient, I believe they have some very, very, very weird carousel animals. Now you've also got, again, some of the things that they think are making them unique. It's very loud in here. People are getting ready for dinner. This is the gaming room right here. And it's just right in the middle of everything. Everything's very crowded. These venues are much, 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 much too small. They're just, I mean, look at this. They're too small. You can't have 2,400 people. Now, for example, they do a trivia, and the trivia is done in this back room right here. Look at this. Just these people coming in. I mean, we're starting to fill up this whole room right here. They actually do a trivia that they have listed for 2,400 people in this room. It gets uncomfortable when you put more than 50 in it. I will start some photos here of what happens. You can see, this is just uncomfortable, loud. Call it a vibe if you want. But I don't think the people that are being uncomfortable and loud in here are the ones that are going to spend and be your repeat cruisers over and over and over. And they do have their arcade here, at least for the most part, is a free arcade. That's, an adult arcade. But you used to be able to walk in, get an arcade game. Another venue built so small. And you're going to go in the comments, oh, no, it's not built so small. Virgin's about discovery and discovering new things. What you talking about, Willis? No, it's just built too small. This ship, there we go. It's not a vibe. It's not anything like that. It's just loud, noisy, annoying. It's like you're at a frat party, and it's an overcrowded frat party. This is so different than my review when this ship came out. And it's not just me. Every employee I've talked. No, I need my hat. I'm shooting a video right now. I'll see you in the casino later. So, you know, if you're thinking about trying this, you're gonna walk into a goddamn frat party. I mean, that's the truth, is you're gonna walk into a frat party. I wanna point out something else yet, and people just tripped over other people right off camera because there's just not enough room. There's this one little aisle right here. Everybody's sitting playing games. Everybody's ordering food. Everybody's doing stuff like that, but I wanna talk about this. This is the treasure chest. I like to put in some positives. Salud! These are my casino friends from Mexico, right? TripAdvisor. So this is a claw machine. It is a game of skill. All my casino people are here. What up? Lightly. There we go. Yeah. Game of skill. You get those balls, and you can turn them in for souvenirs in the gift shop. You want to save some money in the gift shop? Put in 20 bucks. If you hold on, let me quantify this. If you're good at claw machines, I'm pretty good at claw machines. I think I've gotten 6 balls since I've been on board. Run through 60 bucks. So I got a bunch of $30 shirts, $20 hats. We came out ahead. Eventually, those will be collector's items. Yeah, I would buy anything you can get that says Virgin Voyages on it right now. But here's an example. So we talked about trivia the other day. They used to do trivia in this room, right here. This is the dock house. They used to do trivia in this room. We're starting to kind of see the beginnings of the issue. Remember that room we were in about 3 minutes ago? That room's too small. This room's much bigger. You know why they don't do trivia in this room anymore? See that line? That's just beginning. That's people waiting to get into the steakhouse, which they're going to learn pretty soon is the worst steakhouse on any cruise ship. Now, this is before this cruise. I never liked the steakhouse. Worst steakhouse on any cruise ship, period. I always get the upcharge items. I really did love the in extra virgin. We'll make it there in a minute. In extra virgin, they had some pork. That was an upcharge item. In Gun Bay, they got Wagyu, which I'm going to have later tonight. Razzle Dazzle, they've got a dish, but I mean, I had the tomahawk twice and actually sent it back at the steakhouse, and I learned steakhouse is really only good for lunch from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. On any day but embarkation day. You go to steakhouse for lunch, you get a filet that's done really nicely with chimichurri sauce. Elsewise than 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. when you can do lunch. Now lunch, they advertise it as brunch, but they have a different menu from 12 to 1 every day. Not on embarkation day, not on the last day of the cruise, but you get 3 days on a 5-day cruise, or 2 days on a 4-day cruise, or hey, you do the math there. You can get a really nice hanger steak or a really nice filet, and that's the truth. There's one other good thing in the steakhouse out of everything, and I've tried the menu. The other good thing is the Myers lemon cake. The Myers lemon cake in the steakhouse is actually really good, and dirty secret is, remember I told you the galley on deck 6 is a problem? I only learned this last night. You can actually order desserts from the other restaurants to the restaurant you're at. So I got Myers lemon cake last night in the Mexican place because I don't like the desserts in the Mexican restaurant, nor does the rest of my party. Mexican restaurant, the appetizers are the best thing. Now, another cool thing the Virgin has, kind of all over the ship, it was in the pizza place, we kind of walked by it, didn't talk about it that much, is they have some grab and go, different items that you can kind of get. They used to have some granola stuff. I've not seen this for 9 days. The granola stuff I've just literally not seen there. And this is the dock house. And during the day, they do make, they do have a grill here that is actually a fire grill. These are the only 3 fire grills I know on any cruise ship, because even though you're on a cruise ship and there's water all around you, the most dangerous thing when you're surrounded by water is fire. I know, that makes no sense, but the most dangerous thing when you're surrounded by water is actually fire. But we can't get anywhere near the steakhouse, and we're gonna go down, we're gonna look at some of the other restaurants now, because I want you to see how backed up they are, because here's what they tell people to do. Come right when they open, and they'll see if they can squeeze you in later in the night. 40% of the reservations that are available for dinner, you can only book dinner before you get on board. 40% of the reservations that are available for dinner are available before you get on board, before you get on the Wi-Fi. 60% open up once you get on Wi-Fi. I'm live right now, sorry. 60% of them are when you go on the Wi-Fi. But what's really cool, look at that. So once you get on board, you can book it, but look at these lines. This is why they can't use this venue. I love to prove points. People think I'm crazy. This is the line to get into the steakhouse. And it's going right through another venue where they were doing another event. The people on board know this. They know they can't use this bigger venue for events right now. Why can't they use this bigger venue for events? Because the damn line for the food place runs through it. It backs up into there all the time. Because people don't know they gotta be on board by about 2:30, 3 o'clock in order to book any dining before 10 o'clock at night. Or guess what? You just go to the buffet. That's the truth. Even here in the social club, they used to have chicken wings that were of an acceptable size. Now what are they? They're chicken wings for ants. The food has gone downhill as well. The funfetti pop, the cake pop, used to be the best dessert on board. Now it's dry, nasty, just not great. And I gotta wait for people to pass me before I can even move forward, because there's only a single lane of traffic here that's one person wide. It's just too small. And we're not even talking about the pool yet. Wait until we get to the pool. But, I mean, the one welcome surprise so far has been this beer. And I was toasting with all my casino buddies. What up? You in the video. Wait, I know that's water, but you can still toast.
Cheers, my brother.
There we go.
This guy's awesome.
Yeah, all right. So, we're walking back. Let's go ahead. Let's look at the lines to get into the other restaurants, because you're gonna have the biggest lines before people are turned away. So we're not gonna make it up to Gun Bay, because Gun Bay is quite a bit higher. But let's go down from deck 7 to deck 6 and deck 5. Then we'll continue back up to deck 7. Not lying, get a lot more exercise than I wanted to get here today. But let's just see how backed up things are right here. The line to get into the Italian restaurant, to get a reservation at the Italian restaurant. You say operationally, they just can't handle it. Let's look at the line to get into Test Kitchen. They just didn't build these things big enough. Now, let's talk actual numbers. Actual numbers. There are 700 seats that are available across 6 dining venues for dinner. There are 700 seats available. There are 2,400 people on board. It means they would have to turn over these tables 5 times a night for everybody to eat in one of these restaurants every night. But don't worry. Some people don't want to eat in a restaurant every night. Some people want to explore. Some people want to find things. No, they're just giving up. That's what's going on. Let's go down one more. Let's go to the Mexican restaurant. Let's see the line. That was the line in front of the Test Kitchen. Let's go down to the Mexican restaurant. It's just sad. They know they can't do this. I'm not making up these numbers. I've been told by staff these numbers. Now, I'm obscuring the exact numbers and things like that because I don't need anybody getting into actual trouble. But you can't pack this ship with 2,400 people. And that's why they don't even do a survey. They don't even ask how you're doing anymore. They just give up. I mean, that's the truth. They just give up. Now, this is the vegetarian restaurant. No line there. That's all I'm saying. That's razzle dazzle. It does have some pretty good bacon. Got some in the refrigerator for later. Just saying. And then we got sailor services, guest relations. No big issues there. Nothing. I mean, I voiced my concerns and nobody wants to talk about them. So if you don't want to talk about it, we'll go public with it. Then you've got Ivy on deck 4, which is actually a medical themed bar that they never opened on this ship. And you know what? This is me. Insert clip of said bar here.
Sparkled.
I don't know what this bar is called, actually. This is the first time I've seen it on display like this. It's very cute.
Oh, and the cup's a little specimen. That's a nice bar. So what they've done on this boat is there's not only big bars, there's little intimate areas and they've got lots of them all over the boat. There's no way that on a 5-day cruise you could cover the whole boat.
Never could get to every show.
No.
There's over 22 eateries. You can't even eat at every venue.
If you tried.
Yeah. But look at the infirmary seats of this bar.
I love that.
So this is a cool one.
Okay. So I guess you see why it never opened. Because it's a little bit, okay. I think agave is not that backed up yet, but I think it's because, oh no, it's because it hasn't opened yet. But a lot of people are going to resort to eating in the buffet, to eating pizza, because there's just not enough room on board. You can do the math. You can't functionally make these restaurants any bigger. Speaking of the buffet, we're going to get up there in a little bit. But speaking of the buffet, it's the same food every single day. There's one special burger or one special thing every day, but generally, it's the same food every single day. Elevators are fine. We're getting in one. It's not like some of the other ships that the elevators just never come. And they do use these screens behind me to display information like when you're getting back in port, or if the Scarlet Night Party, which we'll take a look at in another video, but if the Scarlet Night Party has been moved from outdoors to indoors, and they've done the bad version of the Scarlet Night Party. Another thing I want to point out, again, we talk about things that are unique. I'm going to do a whole separate video talking about how much they're paying to get people on board with ads and stuff like that, and what I believe the NPS or the Net Promoter Score is, which I'm not going to get into that on a ship tour, talking about a Net Promoter Score. But this is the old record store, which is no longer a thing. So it's unique that they had a record store. Now you could buy records on board. Gone. Gone. This is where your future voyages would be. And trust me, you go on any of the cruise ship, you're going to have crazy. But wait. A lot of people say they'll never have kids on this cruise. Well, I think they're wrong. There's 100 child life jackets and 23 infant life jackets. Yeah, this is the same place, I got the beer. And if you think, oh, that's a mistake, this guy's wrong, there's just no way. But wait, there's more. Let's just jump back to another door. Again, far more exercise than I planned to get, but I didn't plan to actually get a beer either. So I'm not that angry, and unfortunately, I'm talking too much. I haven't had as much of a visor. TripAdvisor. Fondo. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Well, that's a thing. TripAdvisor is something in the casino about getting trips in a poker game. And we've been playing poker every night in this cruise. But if you think the infant life jacket was just one-off, yeah, you never planned to have kids on this boat, but you got hundreds of children's life jackets on board. That's a very poor business decision if you're never planning to have kids on the boat. Just saying. But let's move on. I want to talk about the theater. I want to talk about the zip lounge. And then we're going to go ahead and we are going to go up to the cabin. Because I want to show you the cabin. Then I'm going to show you some of the higher stuff. The outside higher decks on the ship. I was not expecting to chug a beer right there. But I guess I did. So this is the Sip Lounge we're walking into. This is their kind of Branson branded lounge on board. You know, save water, drink champagne. This, very interesting, on Scarlet night, because they never changed anything. I'm gonna show you. We're at the Sip Lounge. This works on all 3 ships. You want to be right here at 9:30 p.m. and just follow anybody that leaves from that corridor right there. I'm sure some of you have heard about a secret bar. It's not the IV bar. It's not the medical theme bar I showed you a few minutes ago. But there is actually a secret bar on board. They pick people randomly, but you know, if you happen to be there at the right time, which is about 9:25, 9:30 on Scarlet night, right outside of between the Sip Lounge and the main roundabout area, that's where you go. But I just want to walk by this bar real quick. It's an indoor bar. Pretty much the only indoor bar open right now because they have the one on deck 6 closed off for the private event. But I mean, is this the $5,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 of luxury that you're paying for? Just, I mean, I love my Mexicans, and I'm not telling them to stand there, but is this the luxury you're paying for? No. These areas are significantly too crowded. Not a little bit. Significantly too crowded. It's just not something that you can do with this many people on board. So let's talk about the Red Room. Last thing we're really going to talk about on this floor, unless we go to karaoke behind us. But again, it's going to be nearly impossible. I'll show you. It's going to be nearly impossible getting to karaoke. There's the cruise director's office. Oh wait, there's no cruise director on Virgin Voyages ships. You never see a cruise director. There's an entertainment manager. But the Red Room. What is the Red Room? It's a high school gymnasium. That's all it is. All the Red Room is a high school gymnasium. What do I mean by that? Well, they have sets of seats that go in from the sides and set up the show for dual reality. They have seats that come and set up the show for different shows. Now, they have taken off some of their shows and they've replaced it with something called Festival Stage. Festival Stage is a standard cruise ship entertainer. I've been on for 2 cruises. First cruise, entertainer was god-awful. A British woman who thought she was funny. She just ragged on her kids the whole time. A couple people laughed. She was god-awful. This cruise, it was a magician. I like magicians. I like watching magicians magish. But here's the thing we're going to talk about. Dual reality is the headline show that's happening in the Red Room right here. The configuration for dual reality seats about 450 people. Where am I getting my information from? Well, I'm getting it from the behind-the-scenes tour that they sell on board. I did it on the Valiant, and this is no different than the Valiant. Let's make numbers easy. 500 people can sit in each seating of dual reality. Dual reality is showing on this cruise 3 times. There are 2,400 people on board. Math says minus 900. 900 people are not going to see this. If there's 24, actually, there's like 2,450. So 1,000 people are not going to see this. They have another show called Ships in the Night. They show it twice. That's a setup that's got 500 people as well. Where I'm giving them a best case scenario. 1,450 people are not going to be able to see it. We did something that was great. It's called Lotteria Gigante earlier today. We did that at the Mexican restaurant at Pink Agave. And Lotteria Gigante, great, was offered one time for cruise. It was a $45 event, great event. Not gonna lie, great event, loved it. $45 event offered one time for cruise. Are we stopped right now? We seem like we're practically stopped. But offered, we're gonna go outside and look. Offered one time per cruise. Only 30 people could see it. The best event I've seen since dual reality. The second best entertainment event that Virgin has ever produced that still exists. I would say that the sex show was a little bit better. Oh God, we are, I mean, I don't know if the engine's broken. We're just like kind of barely moving. If you look down, I looked outside and I couldn't tell if we were actually moving or not. The lottery thing, it's so good I'm gonna make a separate video on it. It's just bingo, but Spanish, hosted by 2 large Spanish girls. Some people would call them chongas, but that was a glorious event. I really, really, really did enjoy that. But the problem is there's just not enough room on this ship, not enough capacity on this ship for more than about 1,500 to 1,700 people. After that, if you're not on by 2:45, and I've made a separate video on this, if you are not on board the ship by 2:45, you're not eating before 9:45 at night. You're not finishing dinner before, 11:30. You're not going to any shows. Oh, you can wait in line for the drag queen show, but what are they going to do? They're going to close the door. Look, the Manor, which is where they do the drag queen show, which is where they do the ship show, which is where they do the parties every night. The Manor is an actual fire hazard. They needed to evacuate it. I was in there last night. I got some pictures. The toilets in a high end, nobody's paying less than $4,000 or $5,000. It's like $500 per person per night. It's the highest price of the premium cruise lines. For the price they're charging, there should not be a whole bunch of drink cups on the seats and toilets. You should not need security to keep an exit row clear. Like, they have security in the Manor, keeping it. They know it's too busy. They know it's too crowded. It's insane how busy, crowded, crazy it actually all is. And you're going, Rich, how do we fix this? Don't worry. That's not what this video is about. Why, thank you. She loved my hat. That's not what this video is about. Because right now, we're just shitting on it. But I'm not one that's just going to shit on something and not provide a solution. I have solutions. They're going to go another video directed directly to the CEO of Virgin Voyages, directed to who owns it, Bain Capital, and some of the other venture capital firms that own it. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to tell you what they need to do to fix this, in my opinion. Because here's the problem. They're spending far too much to get people on board. They spend thousands of dollars in Facebook ads to get me on board, and guess what? I'm already on board. So they spent thousands of dollars on Facebook ads. I don't think the NPS, I would be surprised if the NPS, Net Promoter Score, that's an MBA term that you probably wouldn't know unless you were like a retail store manager, because it's kind of important. Basically, it's the, I said I wasn't going to go through NPS, but I guess we're going to go through NPS right now while I'm waiting for an elevator. It's the percentage of customers that give you either a 9 or a 10 out of 10 or a 5 out of 5. Now, why does that percentage matter? If someone gives you a 7 or 8, it's potentially possible they're going to do business with you again. Someone gives you anything less than a 7, they're not doing business with you. But you know your 9s and 10s? We're on deck 9. Who would have thought that? Your 9s and 10s are the ones that are actually going to be promoting your brand, telling people to actually sail on your brand and everything like that. So, yeah, if you don't focus on your Net Promoter Score, you're going to have a problem. And the fact that they're not even doing surveys tells you that they don't want that information. That's the truth. They just don't want the information. You might say, hey, you sound like a crybaby. You sound like this. You sound like that. If you're not getting feedback directly from your guests, you're fucked. You don't know what you're doing right. You don't know what you're doing wrong. You're fucked. Now, maybe they just don't care. Maybe, I'm postulating right now. Don't sue me, bro. Maybe they want to wait for the 4th ship to come out. Bain Capital, who actually owns this, writes the whole thing off and sells the ships for scrap. Because you can't declare bankruptcy until all 4 ships come out. That's a thought. But I got my adopted daddy, which I don't travel with my real parents, who's going to meet me right now, a couple minutes, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a cabin tour. So I'll see you in a second for the cabin tour. Hey, cabin tour, Rich. All right, so through some editing magic, we are off the elevator, and yes, there are really weird colors in the corridor. You'll see that all the cabins, they light purple, and on Scarlet night, they go red. But you know what? Unlike the rest of this tour so far, I'm not doing it alone. I brought my adopted father. Now, he did not adopt me. I adopted him because if you haven't seen the Key West video yet, my parents say I drink and gamble too much, so I said I'm going to find new parents. Now, we have been roomies on these ships before, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
and we've always stayed in a balcony cabin.
Well,
Until this cruise. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We've always stayed in a balcony cabin because, look, we're not lying. I said it earlier in the video. I'm on as a casino comp.
Yeah.
Okay? And it used to be a lot more reasonable. It was like $300 to upgrade to a balcony.
Right.
Now they're starting at $750 for their smallest balconies. So what do we say? We're too drunk. We're degenerates. We stay at the casino anyway. We are late enough in the video that we could curse, just YouTube words.
Okay.
But we're not. We're going to try and restrict it a little fucking bit. You know, we said, you know, for our casino comp, we pay taxes and port fees. It was like $400 per cabin. We're 2 cabins, taxes and port fees. And we have this thing on Virgin that's very confusing. It's an inside cabin. They have very few of these on this ship, and I've never been an inside cabin. Now, this is not the inside solo or the inside quad. Yes, they have inside cabins that sleep 4 people like a dorm. I bet you didn't know that.
No, I knew that.
It's called like the Social Insider. But this is just a standard insider cabin on deck 9, midship, very midship. So it's 9180M. We also have, just for reference, 9182M. And we're going to go ahead and do a cabin tour. Cool? All right, so you do have this magic little bracelet. Mine does still have my name on it because I'm bougie like that. Bill says that he's feeling naughty. Now, the problem is, Bill, let's ask a question for the audience. You're feeling naughty.
Yeah.
But how much action have you gotten in the last 9 days on board?
I've been rooming with you. So
if I take my hand and I go
easy
down
now,
Bill's back,
easy. I'm
And I
getting
do it
one of those.
all.
I'm getting one of those uncomfortable feelings.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
come I get this feeling every time I do a video with you?
but because, so you have your magic band. Well, oh, I said magic band. Crap, I'm not supposed to say that. Yeah, these are a knockoff on Disney's magic bands because the Disney Cruise Line guy is who did Virgin. But you have your magic band. These are literally just little RFID tags you can reprogram if you want a key. If you're an old person, old people, I love you, but this is definitely not the cruise line for you because you're going to have to turn your hearing aids down.
And by the way, this is way better than the key cards.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just on your wrist. It's just so much more convenient.
Well, the only place it kind of sucks, and we haven't talked about this earlier, is in the casino. It takes forever to tap it on a slot machine for some reason.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
Well,
elsewise,
the technology's not perfect, but it's, I think
like
it's
Miley
superior.
says, nobody's perfect. But okay.
Yeah.
So we tap this here, and this actually tells you a little bit what's going on. There's actually a doorbell. Usually you just have the doorbells are normally just on suites on most cruise ships, not on normal cabins. You just go instead, but you boom, boom, and then all I do is I tap right there. That turns green. Door opens. But I'm not going to go inside fully yet because I want to show you something. Instead of having a do not disturb sign or anything like that, there's these buttons right here. And if I want do not disturb, I click do not disturb. And that turns red on the outside. So no need for a do not disturb sign or anything like that on the door. I just click there. And if I want the cabin cleaned, I hit the cabin clean button. Now that does send a signal to my cabin boy that the cabin needs to be cleaned. So let's turn that off. Come on in, Bill. So right above these buttons are the only physical light switches, which you'll see right here. And that is
No, there's some over by my bed.
Oh, I haven't seen them. So you got some physical light switches, but that's not really how they want you controlling things. Now I'll tell you the nice thing. These are modern ships built in the last 4 or 5 years, and there's something they lack, Bill. Let's see. Have you been on modern ships? Pretty modern ships? What do all the modern ships have nowadays? That friggin' place that you have to put your room key when you're in the cabin so the air conditioning stays on and stuff like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, they don't have that.
Yeah, they don't have that. Yeah,
Which is
because
good.
You've got the bracelet. You can't.
No, but oh, Bill's right. You can't keep your bracelet anywhere, can you? Now, I think honestly, I think they're equivalent. Now, why that is save energy, save stuff like that. But I think their equivalent's right here. You see that? That's a motion sensor. I really do think, here's the thing. If a bear shits in the woods and nobody sees it, did the bear shit in the woods?
Probably.
Well, do we know if that motion sensor works if we're in here?
No.
Okay, cool. So, we're in, let's just look.
More importantly, do I really care?
No, because the bear didn't shit in the woods. Okay, so we got a nice big spot right here to put all our clothes and things of the sort. I'm not sure what that is. That's the actual. That seems to be. What the hell is that? Count. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to look that up later. You know, we've got that. We've got a place for my most glorious of hats, which I think I'll switch into on the way out of here. And we got a cabinet. We've got adult-sized life jackets. What was really funny, I think you saw earlier in the video, that for some reason, even though there's no children on board this ship, and Bill knows, remember where the child life jackets are downstairs and the infant life jackets are?
Why?
Why? Dwarves.
No, because they're going to have kids on board pretty quick.
God damn it, Bill!
Oh, was that a spoiler? You're going to have to edit that part out.
I'm not going to edit that part out. But that's not for this video. That's for another video.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They do also have a microwave. The microwave?
Microwave? Yeah, sure.
Like two minutes. Oh. That is a hard-ass push microwave. And some drawers and stuff like that. And they have a hamper.
You can keep your wallet in there too, by the way.
Well, bathroom tour. Come. No, you're going in. No, you're going in. I'm too fat. All right.
All right, this is the spacious bathroom. This is the spacious shower.
Spacious shower with the very, very good Gitmo feature up there.
Oh, yeah, the waterboarding thing.
The waterboarding thing and the vibrator.
You got this handy little
microphone.
Here, let me show you how this works.
No, this camera's not waterproof, Bill. But hold on, I need you to come out, and Tubby Buddy needs to go in. No. Okay.
Watch this.
See? Do you put that up inside you if you're not a man and turn it on?
Or if you are.
Okay, yeah, you know, each way. But hold on, I need you to hold the camera real quick.
What am I doing?
Tubby Buddy test. Just hold the camera. Tubby Buddy's got to get in the shower.
Okay.
And Tubby Buddy's got to see if he can spin all the way around. Now that's my nickname. For those of you not in the know yet, I am the Tubby Buddy because I'm fat. I look like a Teletubby. What? They can't hear you. There's the glass door. I have the mic. Tubby Buddy spins around. Okay. Sorry for the echo. And then we also have a very elongated toilet seat, which is good for us tubbies right here. And, you know, just for the sound effects, you got to hear how it flushes. That is a mighty toilet flush right there. But let's continue the tour. I'm going to whoop. All right. Continuing the tour right here. So they say that everything works with a tablet, right? Bill, are you able to make anything other than BBC work?
You can, but last night the tablet died on me because I came back to the cabinet.
Yeah, because there's nowhere to plug the friggin' tablet in.
Yeah, you have to use that. But anyway, the tablet was dead. It had to charge for 3 freaking hours, and we had left BBC on. And I was trying to sleep, and I couldn't turn off the TV. It was really annoying.
So yeah, the tablet has a wireless charger right here that that you plug in. And what's cool is if you forget the charger for your phone or something, make sure there's nothing on my lock screen, just CNN crap. If you forget the charger, I said it. You forget the charger for your phone, you put your phone right there. In a perfect world, your iPhone should charge. It does work great. Well, used to work with the old iPhone. It might be my case. Let's try my Android real quick. Okay. Sorry, works great. I got new phones since the last time I've been on board. But you got this little tablet. You got a whole bunch of movies. But yeah, if you want to watch Fox News, if you want to watch CNN, I don't know if you know this, Bill. Let's as of today, what is the #1 broadcast news network in the world?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, fine. Let's go weirder. What's the #1 broadcast news network in the United States? It was Fox News.
Fox, okay. Now it's probably
MSDNC.
MSNBC. Okay.
You said it right.
Yeah.
MSNBC, MSDNC, same thing.
Yeah.
But we got room controls right here, so we can make it warmer, cooler. Oh, wait, it's not set to the coldest setting. Let's fix that. There we go. And we can turn the lights on and off. Now, I will tell you, something this is sorely lacking is voice control. Wouldn't you like to say, Branson, turn the lights on. Branson, turn the lights off, or something like that.
Richard, get your ass over here and turn the lights on.
No, it's got to be something super specific so you don't say it by mistake. Like, you know what I mean? Now, so, you know, we got some things like, if we wanted to, we could, you know, on the ship, everybody likes to say, when they don't know what positive to say about the ship, what do they say it is?
A vibe.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
And this tablet's got a whole bunch of different vibes. Now, what?
Sure it does.
Yeah, sometimes it's angry, sometimes it's happy. So, like, if we hung over, we hit the hangover vibe. And everything goes nice and blue. We want to get pumped up. Pumped a jam. Wait, that didn't feel useful.
This seems more hungover to me.
That seems like our tablet's hungover. We want Zen. Look.
What the hell is that? I thought Zen was hungover.
I don't know, but there's this one called photo shoot, right? Come on, Bill, let's talk for a minute.
Right.
If you're going to do a photo shoot in a place with a bed in it, what are you really shooting?
Probably the bed. Oh, wait.
We could say it.
Yeah.
We're shooting a bunch of pictures that move at 30 frames per second of people bed wrestling. You're starting to learn the terms. So, look, that's the bed wrestling mode. But we got one more we haven't talked.
Bed wrestling.
What? You never heard about bed wrestling before?
I bet for you it's a wrestle every time.
I mean,
You know.
it's hard for me to get up in the morning.
I think I do remember her saying something about that.
Whoa, okay. And then we got one last mode. It's a vibe. Get it on. Click right here. Lights go down.
Can I leave the room if we're going to be doing this one?
And the TV should go on. It's very low. Okay, that was get it on mode, but for the rest of this, we're gonna go to bed wrestling shoot, because we do have to talk about plugs real quick. Actually, bed wrestling shoot's not even strong enough. We need all the lights up at 100%. All right, so let's talk about plugs real quick. You have 2 American outlets here, 1 European outlet, and 2 USB-A ports. What do you got on your side, Bill? I think you got some surprises over here, don't you?
Yeah, there's some light switches for the room, and there's regular
2 USBs
and American plug.
and an American plug. And we take far good advantage of that USB port.
And you got some over here too.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
I just bury it in crap.
Yeah.
Is that an American plug and some USBs?
Yeah, same as by
Wow.
And
Wow.
actually, I thought there was.
Bill,
I thought there was
hold on, Bill.
just 2.
That is 4 American plug outlets in a single cabin. Now, I know you're not as... 1, 2,
Yeah, you're right. It is
3,
4.
4.
Yeah.
You ever see... Look, I'm going to give them credit where credit's due. You ever seen 4 American outlets in a single cabin that's not a suite or anything before?
Yeah, no, that is a good design. The thing is that they kind of spread them out. So, like, you didn't even realize half of them were there. And how long have we been in this room?
This is day number 9. But, okay, what do we have now? For when we're making those bed wrestling videos, right? Where do people mainly post bed wrestling videos now? You can say the name of the website. If they make it themselves and they want to sell them, where do they put them?
Huh?
OnlyFans.
Oh, OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, yeah.
Sure, that's where I would put mine.
So what do we bring with us?
Oh, a fan.
Now, if you're in an inside cabin, you got a fan right here.
Or even if not, this actually...
This is great. I brought this to Alaska. It's wonderful. And I will tell you, it's been here for 8 days. And trust me, these people on this ship love to confiscate everything. I had 2 extension cords I know have taken from me, but I have receipts for 3 of them, which is like,
But you
okay.
you also have to explain these hooks.
Yeah, and then we got magnetic hooks. Now, I am not an affiliate link person regularly, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some affiliate links below for, not me, I'm not making any money from these. It's fake mommy, Bill's wife.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some affiliate links below for the magnets, because all ceilings are magnetic, and there's going to be some affiliate links below for the fan, because they're all available on Amazon. But, one more thing, we got a refrigerator. I mean, for an inside cabin, now, I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, why is there okay.
Is the bacon in there?
There's bacon in our fridge.
That was bacon from earlier.
That's brunch bacon meant to soak up the alcohol later. Bill, I need your help once more. I am not an inside cabin guy. I generally book balconies, windows, stuff like that. I'm not saying anything bad, but you generally travel more in inside cabins than I do, right?
Yeah.
Out of 10, compared to inside cabins you've been in before, where would you rate this inside cabin?
So it's actually probably just a touch nicer than most of them, but this ship is like brand new.
Yeah, because it's really, it's like 4 years old, but they didn't sail for the first 2 years.
So right, but so like we were on an MSC cruise in January.
Okay.
And
that was Seascape. That was a brand new ship too. So that's comparable.
So yeah, I'm saying that cabin was just as nice, if not nicer, than this one. We were Trish and I did a cruise on Royal, and we were on
An Old Girls.
Yeah, it's the one that they're just getting ready. It's like
it's like a 20-year-old ship or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, and that one, it was okay, but like it didn't have a refrigerator, and it was, it just didn't. It was not.
And then this one,
nice.
you jackknife the beds. So the beds, the Virgin said, during the day the bed could be a sofa, and during the night it could turn into a bed. But we just kind of leave it like this. And for some reason, our cabin boy keeps putting us head to head. We both snore. We don't need to be head to head.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. We've taken a look at the cabin. Got any questions in the cabin, leave them below. But Bill, you're going to head out. You guys are going to go get in line for Gun Bay. And what I've got to do is I've got to go ahead and I've got to change my hat. We're going to go from the poo hat to a most glorious of hats. I just got this. So I will see you guys at Gun Bay. Right. My whole party. I'll see you at Gun Bay. But I've got to do a tour first of the upstairs deck. Because we've already taken the downstairs deck. So I've got to go a tour of everything outside and the not a buffet and talk about all that. So I'll see you guys in about 45 minutes at Gun Bay, and we're gonna have we're gonna have some Wagyu and something like that. Yeah, I'll see you guys in about 45 minutes at Gun Bay. Let's continue on the tour. Elevator Richard, you there? So I know we talked about it before, but now that we're talking about cabins, let's talk about room service. A little bit more. I told you I tried to order room service. Someone who's traveling with me actually did order room service. It took hours to show up, and it was cold, it was chewy, it was terrible. Items that were ordered weren't there. Their room service, their bagged room service, everything used to be a very unique thing that they had. I'm not saying this is someone who, you can look at history. I'm not saying this is someone who's gone once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. This is on my 40th. I'm doing math. Probably about my 42nd day, I'd say is the safe answer. It's about my 42nd day on board one of Virgin ships. And I've alluded to this before. I told you the 1,500 number in December of 2022. I told you that number. And everybody said, hey, Rich, you're crazy. Hey, Rich, you're insane. But now I'm sailing well above it, and it is the worst run ship I've ever been on. I had the benefit of being on back-to-back. I started booking my new things at noon. Noon. You can't get on as normal people. Normal people meaning sweet guests. You can't get on until 1:45. I had the ability to book everything at noon. And why I did that is because I want to show you as much as I can of anything. Yes, I was the first one in the pool, and we're headed out to the pool. Now this is one of the pools. This is actually the bigger of the pools. It's a big circular pool, and that has like a capacity of like 30 or so. Yeah, that capacity is, 24 people. Remember, there are 30, I'm gonna show you the only 2 pools on board. So that one is a 24-person pool. Remember, there are, not 30, there are 2450. So that is 1%. What up? The Mexicans are following me around. That is 1% of the capacity of the ship can be in that pool. And wait, this pool is even better. The biggest pool they have is built. I'm not making this up. I'm doing this on video. And right now, it's cooled off because it's dinner. Everyone's got to pack before dinner and everything like that. The biggest pool is built for 14 people. Now, a few hours ago, I actually saw security up on the deck above. And security on the deck above, I went to him and I said, my friend, there's more than 14 people in the pool. There was about 40, 50 people in the pool. I said, you got to send security and get the people out, because there are fire codes, there are reasons. Everything here was built too small. Another proof of that. I'm going to insert some video here.
You all have enough prizes? Thank you, Jenna, for being so great. Oh, I got my water. I'm fine.
On Scarlet Night, the tradition for years on Virgin on Scarlet Night was, how do you finish your Scarlet Night? Well, there's a pool party at 10:45. And what does everybody do? At about 11 o'clock, they jump in the pool. They had all of the happenings cast acting as guards to make sure nobody jumps in the pool, because there's no capacity. I mean, even during the Scarlet Night that was indoors, they were turning people away. Oh, the scene is somewhat busy. This is one of my favorite quiet places. I feel like I want to get away from all this noise. I made a mistake. I'm not gonna lie. I met a couple that flew off in Key West. Not flew off, they drove off. They were Florida people. They rented a car and they left. It was too loud, everything like that. This is the scene. I'm not gonna disturb the person that's here, but this is the scene. This is the quiet place to go, where there's no loud music. Oh, and there's nothing like that, and that's an employee, because they're hanging out in the one quiet room on the ship, because they don't want to hear this either. They don't want to hear this loud noise. You can't escape it. And yeah, call me an old man, call me a fuddy-duddy, call me what you want, but you just can't escape it. It's crazy. It's loud, it's noisy, it's everywhere. I mean, the vibe, I fucking hate saying that word. The vibe has changed so much in a negative way that they're pissing off the people that have the money to continue to sail more. I've talked to my high rollers in the casino. I'm a casino VIP. I've talked to the high rollers in the casino over the past 9 days on board. Every one of those high rollers would never sail this cruise line again. Now, the people that are coming in, paying $100, $200 in the casino and leaving, throw in $50, play the roulette wheel, they're fine, whatever. But do those people have the money to support this cruise line surviving? I'm just checking the time because I got dinner in bed. The answer is no. So how do you keep your high-end gamblers? Also, this is a super strange segregation. Like, there's a whole section of the pool deck that's only available for people that pay up for it. I get it, I get it. I understand a ship within a ship concept. I understand everything like that, but you're gonna piss off your customers. When your main pools together only have 38 people capacity. 1.5% of the people can be in the pool that are on board. And not people, passengers can be on board. Now, this is one saving grace that people really just haven't found yet. It's the Sun Club Cafe. We came up here for an afternoon snack today before dinner, and it's still good. This 5-slice chicken's good. The oyster mushroom bao and the beef barbecue rib bao is good. But Carnival Celebration of Mardi Gras, their Lido deck, which is their pool deck, just completely destroys this. Just not even fair. Just completely destroys this. There is no Serenity deck. There is no Tranquility deck. I gotta listen to loud bumping DJ music out here for every damn daylight hour. Again, say I'm an old man. Say what you want. There's not a quiet place to go be in the pool on this ship. Like, as a YouTuber, that's terrible. I mean, just because of copyright and stuff like that, and I gotta talk, I gotta scream to make sure the background sound doesn't get picked up, and I gotta do more editing and everything like that. But I mean, just so you can kind of see the size of the pool. I mean, right here in the main pool, I mean, we're already at half capacity. That's literally half capacity already of that pool. And we're at not as much capacity there. That's only like 5 people in that pool. But these capacities, much too low. Also, I think it's really funny. If you want a fitness class, you better be on this boat by 2:15, because all the fitness classes are gone by 2:30. You want to book, all fitness classes are included. Cool. So the camera kind of overheated there because it's outside and it's hot, but they've got a lot of exercise equipment and everything's like that up here on this deck. Well, pommel horses, things like that, the seesaw, and yeah, dinner's going on right now, so it's a little bit quiet up here. And then, you know, every cruise line, every new cruise ship, everybody's doing MSC, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian. They're all doing something different with their back deck, something unique with their back deck that no one else is doing. I should really walk that way so you can see my most glorious of hats. I found out that Elton John has a whole collection of these hats. They're actually made out of pipe cleaners, of all things. But I do like right here how they have like a winner stand right here, and 1, 2, and 3 are there. The 3's at the same level as 2. Just saying. I mean, this is all capacity right here. Here's things for people to lay in. What are they? They're tied up. Why? Don't know. Still bright outside. Just saying. I've got an event outside up here in the heat later tonight. I really, really hope the ship's moving a lot faster later tonight. It's all about 6 different cocktails, and you taste 6 different I mean, look at this. The outside area, and it's just like closed off. Hello. Thank you. I mean, a lot of the crew are very nice. Is this Splash of Romance? What is this? Okay, Splash of Romance, or what is it? Just private. Okay, cool. So, yeah. Again, a lot of stuff. I mean, they've literally taken off half of this deck. I've been able to step on this net 1 time in 9 days. It wasn't like this before. It wasn't like this before. I mean, we're now blocking one of the available hot tubs and everything like that. I'm just, private event here, private event there. Look, this is about mass market appeal. And I think Virgin is losing more and more of their mass market appeal every day. And now we've got 10 minutes to talk about the elephant in the room. And I want to end here because this is one of the most controversial areas that we're headed to right now. This is the not a buffet buffet. The what? The not a buffet. Yes. This is the most confusing thing on this ship. It confused me when I came on, and I thought I was confused because of COVID. COVID's well over. The only person I've seen in a mask this entire cruise has been in port, and it was Judy Blume. Yeah, that one, the one who wrote all the children's books. She has a bookstore in Key West. She's the only person I've seen wearing a mask in 9 days. But I thought it was COVID, and why this was so confusing. It's gonna be quiet right now. Don't get me wrong. I know it's gonna be quiet right now. But some of these restaurants, you sit down and order from. A major thing they changed is this is from the dock house. These were not here before. They got these so someone knows when you're ready to order. Those are from the dock house. Elsewise, you just have to flag someone down. This, it's literally set up still for you to come here and order, but they've never done it that way. Operationally, that would make a lot of sense, but they haven't done it that way. They have the same buzzers as the pizza place and everything like that. They just haven't done it that way. This one, you've got to sit down and order. And we ordered eggs the other day in the morning for breakfast. Again, right now for dinner, it's slow. Don't judge it. It took an hour to get eggs up in the not a buffet. 1 hour to get eggs. Noodle Around used to be open in the evening. They would have duck ramen. They would use the leftover duck from pink agave. They would make duck ramen. Now, gone. After lunch, it's closed. They would use leftover food. Now here's the thing. What did they do instead of the duck ramen? Well, now they've got cheeseburgers till 2 o'clock in the morning. They're terrible cheeseburgers. I'm willing to go out on a limb and say Virgin Voyages has the worst burgers of any cruise line. Yeah, I think that's, I'm gonna make a YouTube short on that or something. The burgers have never been good. They're dry. They're like a hockey puck. The only one that's any good is the one you get for breakfast, which is the breakfast burger, which is actually on some French toast. But another thing is the drink machines. We're gonna look at this ourselves. They have 3 sets of drink machines. There's always something wrong with at least one of the sets of drink machines. I mean, there's always something wrong at least one of the sets of drink machines. So at this one, right now it's okay stocked, but this is out of service. This is also the only one of the drink machines, so I gotta go in, get the ice, then jam the ice in my cup, and oh wait, the ice doesn't fit in my cup. This is bad ice. I mean, this is the only drink machine that has seltzer water. It's the only accessible seltzer water outside of the one that's put in your cabin is right here. I click here, I click there, I can get seltzer. So, I got ice, I got a cup, I got seltzer water at this drink station. Cool, we're good. So, again, we're gonna go to the other 2 drink stations. This is the taco place. Again, you sit down, you order. They got breakfast tacos, they got lunch tacos. It's called Let's Taco About It. No real changes that happened here. Thank you. No real changes that happened here overall, but the popsicle place, they're okay. Personally, everyone in my party that's sailed multiple times on Virgin says they used to be better. I agree. That's a chocolate-covered banana popsicle. The banana popsicle actually used to have some flavor. Now it just kind of tastes like banana-flavored ice. I have been up here after the closing of the casino every single night. And in me being up here after the closing of the casino every single night, I've had people come up and go, hey, where can I get some pizza? Where can I get some burgers? Where can I get everything like that? The only thing you can get up here after 2 p.m. is breakfast. I like breakfast. I love breakfast. It's not a big change, but I mean, when room service is so incredibly inconsistent and I'm told that my phone is broken, cool. This is a bit of a change as well. I mean, they have put a couple of dishes for dinner, and why? Because people really can't eat anywhere else. If you come up here for lunch or breakfast and you have to sit down and order something, to nobody's fault on board, you're waiting at least a half an hour. It's just, I've done it a couple times. You're waiting at least a half an hour to nobody's fault on board. If you want to sit down and order something. So your better option is, just go. I don't eat sushi. I like tacos and sushi and antidepressants. No, that's a joke. But there's the sushi right there. And that's available. Hello. But like, for example, there was a time back in the day when there were like 600 or 700 people on board and nobody cared if the crew got sushi. Now the crew are restricted from getting sushi because sushi is so busy all the time, so the crew can't get sushi. Does that lower the crew morale? Let's shake our head. Let's go. Look, the hat's very firm. Shake our head and go, yes. Crew used to be able to get pizza. The pizza line later is going to be so bad that the crew can't get pizza. Okay, so perfect example. Second drink station. We got cups. We got a working ice maker. Oh, sorry, go ahead. We got cups. I need some ice. Got a working ice maker, and all the drink machines are out of order. No. So here's the important thing. Ice works here, doesn't work back there. The soda machines don't work here. Do work back there.
Okay.
So if you want ice and soda, then you got to walk to the back to get the soda. Okay, then she's good. But that's the reality. And I don't blame anybody on board for this. It's just a total lack of care. Maybe Bain Capital doesn't want to throw any more money at this, wants to just launch the fourth ship as they are and write it off. They used to have self-serve beer and wine here 24 hours a day. They literally welded the table shut to where those pipes used to be for the self-serve beer and wine. Okay. You used to be able to get beer and wine whenever you wanted. Oh wait, let's get more confused. Well, this is not a buffet, but what's that look like to you? Am I going up? Am I asking for something? It's a buffet. Hello. It's a buffet. Just stop lying to people. Stop lying. Stop lying. This should not be the most expensive cruise line. Take any other cruise line, Celebrity, Royal Caribbean, Princess, Carnival. Add in your tips, add in your Wi-Fi, add in a beverage package, and you're not going to get anywhere near the price of this. What's this? Oh, it's a salad bar. But you go up, you order what you want in the salad. Hey guys, let's say the B word again. What does that make it? It's a vibe. No, it's a buffet. Oh, wait, we finally almost have a working drink station. So look, I got cups. This is the third drink station. I got cups. I got ice. But my favorite thing, I like bubbly water, sparkling water. Let's say I want sparkling water at 2, 3, 4 in the morning. This is the only drink machine open most nights. There's no button to get sparkling water on this machine. There's no button to get sparkling water on this machine. Is that a programming issue that could be fixed? Yes. But is it also proving a total, extreme, entire lack of care? Yes as well. I want to step somewhere a little bit quieter maybe, just so we can wrap this up. I've given you a tour. I've shown you most of what's going on here. And I've shown you kind of what I feel I can. I mean, I got to find a quiet place to wrap this up because it's noisy as hell. Let's just see. See if my favorite bathroom in the world is got anybody in it. Okay. Nobody's in here. This is the men's bathroom. I'm just looking out the door, just looking out the window. This is my favorite bathroom on any cruise ship. Yes, the worst one cruise ship in the world has my favorite bathroom on every cruise ship. I've given you a tour. A couple days after this video drops, what I'm going to do, in addition to this, is I'm going to say, how do you fix it? I need some time to think about it. I have ideas already. How do you fix it? Number one, you got to cut the number of people on board and you got to charge them more because you got to be making the same amount of money. How do you fix it? It's pretty easy, but there's a lot of steps. It involves a new owner, involves different things like that. Probably involves removing the Virgin name. But that's for another day. I've given you a tour. I've showed you everything that's wrong. You might think I'm crazy and I don't know what I'm talking about. But I've worked the numbers here. Even look at this screen right here. Let's say tonight's the last night of the cruise. You want to do some entertainment, right? I click over here. I click shows. Boop. Oh, it's already on shows. I click shows. I scroll over. Everything. Oh, it's broken. It's broken. I mean, I don't really consider myself surprised. But maybe we'll go down one deck. Because I want to show you this. Because remember, the app and technology, oh wait, it's not on every floor. It's so mind-cutting, but every single show tonight sold out by 3:30 p.m. on the first day of the cruise. You can't run this ship at this capacity. And you can't throw any more money at the problem. I think literally the solution is throw money at the problem. And that's not the solution. I've shown you the issues. I have actually a lot of solutions. And you might say this is just one guy who wears crazy hats, no pants, and you know what I also do? I wear a Spider-Man shirt because we pointed out all the problems and nobody on board, passenger, or crew, has disagreed with my diagnosis here. But much like this Spider-Man shirt, everybody just kind of pointed their fingers at each other. like the meme. You can't sail with 2,500 people on this ship. The public areas and everything are just not built for it. I have some ideas. I have some crazy ideas. But you know what they say about the crazy ones? I finally found a quiet spot on this ship, thank God. I've been walking around for 2 hours and nothing's been quiet. The people who are crazy enough to think they could change something as broken as Virgin Voyages, sorry, I had to do it, are the ones who can actually do it. This is Richard from my 42nd day, not in a row, but 42nd total, 9th day in a row, total, 42nd day on a Virgin Voyages ship. And I've given it enough chances already. They just can't sail full, and they can't sail empty, so there's got to be another way. And I'll talk about this, but from my end of my 42nd day, between the Scarlet Lady and the Valiant Lady, over 2 years of time, so Richard from No Pants Profits, reminding you that when you wear no pants, oh wait, I forgot to tell you, I'm going to Gun Bay for dinner tonight. I love that place. That's my favorite restaurant on board. I booked it for right after this. But Richard from No Pants Profits, reminding you, can't get away from loud music, that when you wear no pants, you've only got one thing left to lose. And some people would say, it's your giant hat. But I say, when you wear no pants, the only thing you got left to lose is your shirt. And especially your Spider-Man pointing at each other's shirts. Any comments, questions, concerns, leave them below. I'm happy to answer any question you can have, and I'm happy to give feedback to Virgin Voyages directly. They just give me no way to do that. There's no survey, there's nothing. So hopefully they can fix it, but at this point, it may just be a lost cause headed towards eventual bankruptcy. Have a great one. I'm headed to Gun Bay. Bye.